Welcome to the Unity Park, the biggest collaboration ever in Jurassic World Evolution 2. 6 different creators building one park, and today it is my turn to add some new things, so I am very excited. This is the second episode of this series, and firstly I will react to the first build by Legion, as I still haven't seen that video, and later I will build something inspired by my visit to Japan when I was a teenager. Hope you guys will enjoy the video. Okay guys, so every episode of this series will start with a little reaction to the things that the previous person has added to our park. The previous episode was the first one. It was on Legion's channel, and in case you guys haven't seen that, I will put the link down in the description and on the screen right now. I haven't seen that. All I did was load into the park, turn the camera quickly not to see anything, so you guys get my first initial reaction to the build. I'm super excited to see it. I am a bit scared that I won't be able to match this thing that I'm able to see with my skills in this game, but okay, without any further ado, let's see what Legion did in his first episode. So if we'll turn around, we can see that we have an arrival point in here, and oh my god, are you kidding me? This looks amazing. Like, right away I am so happy that I decided to take part in this collaboration, because look at this. I've learned so much from my last one, and imagine the things that I will be able to learn from this one. This collaboration, I already see that this looks so amazing. I love the use of the monorails. By the way, I think that Legion is German, and he has his game in German. That's why I am, highlighting some buildings and stuff. You will see the German names, but yeah, just to let you know. Right away, I love the use of the stones. I have never used them like this, like just to line the paths. I love how many plants he used, but oh my god, this is so many. I think we need to be careful with that, because we all want to finish this part. But this thing, oh my god, look at this. I just love the use of this control center in the middle of like the entrance area, with this water section here, like surrounded with this monorail. It all looks so amazing. Oh my god, what else we have in here? Right away I can see the Jurassic Park door with this sign that looks really nice, again with this water section, and I can see some dinos. This is the Torosaurus, right? Yes. Okay, I love the use of the underrated dino right at the entrance. Maybe let's just unpause the game and just see how they are acting in here. So we have the Torosaurus. We also have the Mataborosaurus, one of my favorites. I'm so happy that he added those. They have some crazy colors. But yeah, the enclosures look so amazing. Like, oh my god. I love how he added the rocks, like surrounding the foliage with the rocks looks so like a zoo thing, because you are sort of blocking the animals from getting to the bigger trees and so on and destroying them. So this is so clever. I would definitely be copying that, because I just love it. Like, I love the pacing trails inside of the habitat. It looks so amazing. I don't want to make this reaction too long, because I don't want to make the episode too long, so we'll move on to the other habitat that I can see here, and in here we have the Wucherosaurus, one of my favorites. Again, I love those guys so much, and I also love that that Legion went for some more like underrated dinos, not to start things off with those iconic species. I feel like they should be somewhere further in the park, but the ones that he chose are really amazing. Like, I love the Wucherosaurus. And yeah, we have this thing. I have no idea how to pronounce this in German, but this is this viewing gallery that the guests can enter, and it's also surrounded by the rocks. This is such a nice detail, and I love the background of the habitats. Oh my god, this all looks amazing. Okay, so here's the entrance to low health. What is... Hello? What are you doing here? Okay. Another surprise. Okay, I will deal with that after I will be done recording. Okay, so oh my god, this looks amazing. We sort of agreed to go for this more Asian theme in this park, and I can totally see it in here. I really love it, and now I have to go and come up with a way to match this amazing thing that I see in front of me in my second episode of this series. Again, if you guys haven't seen him build this, definitely go and check out his channel and check out the build, because look at that, this is totally amazing. Okay, without further ado, let's jump right to the speed build part, where I will try to match this beautiful thing and build something of my own. Hello lovely people, as you can see I am building. This means that I came up with an idea of what I should build for our Unity Park. Legion, with everything that he did for his first episode, has set the bar so high for us that I had to come up with something nice, and in the end I think that it will be one of the best things that I've ever built in Jurassic World Evolution 2, so stay tuned to see how my build will look in the end. But I really had to use my brain this time. But before we'll start to talk more about my build today, let's talk more about the collaboration. I believe that this is the biggest collaboration ever when it comes to the Jurassic World Evolution 2. There are 6 different creators for this one. When I was asked for it, at first I was a bit hesitant because, I have a lot of different projects on YouTube and I don't have too much time for them. But then I thought that this is such a big opportunity for me to learn how to be even better builder in Jurassic World Evolution 2. That's why I said yes, okay, let's do it. As you guys probably remember, if you've been following my channel, I had one collaboration in Jurassic World Evolution 2. It was with one creator, Jurassic Tom, and from that collaboration with only one person, I was able to learn so much that I feel like my builds right now are actually so much better than before the collaboration. So imagine what I will be able to learn from 5 other people. I cannot wait for this. Also, when I learned who was participating in this, I knew all of those people. They are super talented. I've seen their creations both on YouTube, but also somewhere on social media. They're posting their stuff on Facebook groups, on forums and stuff, and they are all super talented. And I also thought that they deserve some exposure. I am of course not saying that I am a huge YouTuber who has a huge, influences or anything, but over my time here on YouTube, I was lucky enough to gather over 30,000 of you. We are almost on 31,000 actually. It is still not a crazy amount, but I am so proud of our community. So if even some of you could go down to the description, find their channels there and subscribe to them, I think it will mean the world both to them but also to me, because I love to give platform to very talented people who I believe deserve so much more subscribers than they have. And let me quickly introduce them in the order that we'll be actually building. So firstly, we had Legion, who I believe came up with the idea of this collaboration. He built the first episode for this. Of course, again, the link is down in the description if you guys haven't seen the first episode. Really amazing and talented creator, and I think that the things that you saw a minute ago that I showed you just prove that. The entrance is absolutely amazing. Then me, of course, I'm the second episode, but I won't be introducing myself. But after me, another channel that will be taking over after me is Crazy Cat Miri, another wonderful creator with some crazy ideas. I just love her recent Hogwarts series, Harry Potter inspired series in Jurassic World Evolution 2. So if you are interested in stuff like that, definitely check her channel out. And also the next episode will be on her channel, so if you guys would like to follow this series, you definitely need to subscribe to her. And then we have Jurassic Tom, who you guys already know from my recent Malta collaboration. I must say that I got so excited and so happy when I saw that he's also participating in this. I love Jurassic Tom with my whole heart. We grown really close together because of our collaboration. We are, still in touch. We are talking from time to time. so really excited that he's here as well. The next person is Python X35, who has some really amazing builds as well, realistic, so this is something that I like parking lots and things like this. And also we have Montgomery Rex, and there's really something exciting about him being here, because all of his episodes before on YouTube and videos were without any voiceover, and just for the sake of this collaboration he bought a microphone. So if you guys are curious how Montgomery Rex actually sounds, you need to stay tuned with our little series to find out. I am really curious about this. Again, all the links are down in the description. Make sure to subscribe them, to support them, and to show them some love. And of course, make sure to follow this series, because I am just convinced that we'll come up with something amazing. And I think that this is actually, as again, the biggest collaboration here on YouTube when it comes to the Jurassic World Evolution 2. So very exciting to be a part of it, and I cannot wait to see how the park will be growing. And just a little disclaimer, this doesn't mean that any of my Jurassic World Evolution 2 series are going anywhere. We'll still finish the Cretaceous Desert Park soon, and we'll of course continue building the prehistoric SeaWorld, so more episodes are coming soon. Okay, but let's finally talk about my build today, about my idea. Because as you guys can see, already a lot of things happened on the screen. So while we were all discussing what we actually want to build in this park, what theme we want to go for, we actually agreed on the Asian theme. I wasn't the one coming up with this idea for sure, because I was not too much participating in the whole discussion, because I had very crazy time lately with my work and everything in between. So in terms of preparing this collaboration, I felt very much like this person that, you know, we go with the whole group for vacation, and you always have this person that just comes with their suitcase and doesn't know anything about the plan, doesn't care, just, you know, follows the group and is happy. And this was totally me this time. I am normally an organizer when it comes to the trips and stuff like this, but this time I was totally not the person to do that. I was a bit surprised actually about the Asian theme, because I was like, okay, well, how they want to do it without any Asian decorations? Like, we don't have anything like this in the game. And so at first I was like, okay, that will be a challenge. But then after giving it a second thought, my mind went to Japan and the Japanese gardens, the beautiful Japanese gardens. I thought that this is something very doable in Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I actually have been to Japan when I was like 13 or 14, so I don't remember much from this trip, but I remember some places quite clearly. I also had my little digital Sony camera. I don't know if some younger viewers will remember those, but if you are a bit older, you will know what I'm talking about. Back in the days, we didn't use phones to take our photos. We used the actual cameras. Everyone had them, they were typically silver and they were small. So I had this and I felt like a professional photographer back then, so I was taking a lot of photos. But the place that I remember really clearly, because I loved it, was the Golden Pavilion in Kyoto. And this is something that I thought of building and creating here. And I was like a bit, you know, holding my fingers crossed that no one will come up with this idea. So when I learned with that I'll be building second after the entrance, that I thought like, okay, I am probably good. This idea will be not used yet, so I will be able to use it. So I also wanted to create this golden pavilion in here with the water section in front. When you go there, when you go to see it, maybe some of you saw it, you are just standing on the one side of the little lake on pond, and you are just watching it from the viewing platform. And on this water section there are those tiny islands or some rocks sticking out of the lake, and on those tiny islands there are a bit some trees growing, like small smaller trees, some different plants and so on. And this is something that I wanted to try to create in here since we are going for the Asian theme. I also think that if the Dino Park would be to open in Asia, I think that, you know, Tokyo and Japan would be a place for it. So yeah, I wanted to go for something like this. Of course, we don't have a building similar to this golden pagoda or golden pavilion that is in Kyoto, but I decided to use the aviary for this. And I think that it was a really cool idea because this aviary looks so good in this spot. Of course, I wanted to use one singular aviary. I didn't want to go for something too big, so I had to go for smaller flying reptiles. We'll have the tapajara living in there. I really love those guys, as you guys probably know by now. So they will be in this aviary. And of course, I had to create the whole landscape around this huge lake. This won't be actually an enclosure. I thought about adding some sauropods in there, but then I decided that I won't be adding any dinos in there because both that I didn't feel the need to. I just wanted to make it look like a proper like lake or anything, like a nature section of the park, and also because of the FPS, because you know, this park will probably be huge and we still want to make sure that everyone will be able to build in it. By the way, we are building this park on the square map, and this is my first attempt of building on a square map. This is the Biosyn map. I was sort of like hesitant because the square map, they leave you with, they're just, you know, empty and flat, and you have to come up with whole terrain differences, like, I don't know, mountains, some water sections. There's just so much to think of not to make your park too flat. And I'm so glad that Legion actually started to build on a hill or anything like that, because thanks to this I was able to build what I intended, because I wanted to have this elevated viewing like platform or terrace that will overlook this water section with the aviary in the back that will be sort of lower. So thanks to that I was able to build it. And I am very curious how other guys will tackle the terrain thing on this square and flat map. Really interested about this, what will happen in here, because right now there's a whole chunk of flat terrain in there, and I am very like interested in what they will you know, come up with in terms of, I don't know, different elevations and stuff. Legion did so much in his first episode. I mean, he added 2 different enclosures, he added a lot of decorations, really cool ideas and stuff. That's, you know, the water section and the aviary wasn't enough for my episodes. That's why I decided to add some more things. You guys could see me adding one enclosure that is sort of circular, and it is built next to the entrance area of the park. This was sort of like an afterthought. I wanted to have some nature scene in this circle, but then I decided that it is big enough for some smaller dinos, and I've built there the enclosure for the Pachycephalosaurus. Also, I had to find a way to connect the viewing galleries that he sort of left for me, so I created this whole circle that serves both as the enclosure, but if the guests will just follow this path around this enclosure, they will get this perfect view for the aviary and for the whole water section. And of course, we didn't have any shops in the park yet, any restaurants, and I thought that it will make sense to add them right now, not to have them like anywhere further into the park. So I built a small guest section with restaurants, with a restroom. I added some tables, and I also decorated it by using a lot of those Biosyn modern statues. I think that they look sort of like an Asian thing. I don't know if it's giving Asian like totally, but I sort of like how this plaza has turned out. And then I decided that maybe I should add another enclosure in here, because I had this whole long path like going on the side of this big lake, and I just wanted to fill it in with another enclosure. So I added one more, inspired by the things that Legion did in his first episode, because I really liked his use of rocks, plants and stuff. So I added another herbivore enclosure, and since it is next to the main path that will lead to other parts of of the park, I wanted to do something that zoos often do for more shy animals. So you have those viewing galleries for the enclosure that you have to sort of like leave the main path and go there behind some bushes or anything to watch the animals, not to, you know, stress them too much with the crowds that will just use this main path. And yeah, I've decorated it with a lot of rocks, a lot of different kinds of plants. I used the rock wall as the background of the habitat and also to block the animals, and normal like concrete barriers on the sides, and cover them with a lot of different bushes, just as Legion did. We all have our different styles, we all have our different things that we do and are good at in Jurassic World Evolution 2. I am definitely a person who likes to build something like, I don't know, if the real dino park existed in our times, how it will look. So I'm going for sort of more like realistic builds, but other people are going for some more, I don't know, fantasy or very themed builds, and this is also amazing and cool, and if they're specialized in that, I just love it. So even though that Legion did something very different from me, I went for a different route. I still wanted to make it look a bit more cohesive. That's why I did the things that he did in his enclosure. I hope it makes sense. But yeah, I sort of went a different route. He went for a very like modern thing with those monorails, and I wanted to build something more focused on nature, focused on different kinds of plants, and also like a garden style of the next part of the park. Okay, so this is all when it comes to the speed build part of this video, but don't go anywhere because we'll still have some cinematic shots. I will talk through those shots, so if you like to hear some more of my words and my goodbyes, stay tuned for that. I really love how the build today has turned out. I really believe that this is one of the best things that I ever created in Jurassic World Evolution 2. The big lake with the tiny islands and the aviary just placed on the shore of the lake just look amazing. I love how it has turned out. And it is definitely my favorite part of this entire build today. I also really like the enclosures that we've built. I think I forgot to mention in the speed build part that in this and bigger enclosure that we created today, I will have two different dinos, the Amargasaurus and the Huayangasaurus. I also really enjoyed building the guest section. I normally don't like to build them, but here I just thought that our park needs one, and I just pushed myself to create something cool, and I think that it looks quite nice. Okay guys, this is all that I have for you in today's video. I really hope you enjoyed the episode, and I really hope that you are excited for this series. Make sure to subscribe to Crazy Cat Miri because the next episode will be on her channel. The link is down in the description. Okay, if you enjoyed the video, please consider to subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already. Ring the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video like this. Ring the bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video, and leave me a nice comment. Tell me what you think about my build in the Unity Park. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!